Hey guys, how's it going? It's Saturday. Doing this a little early because for the first time in a while, I didn't go to any shows and I have no footage and I have nothing. You just get me. That's okay. So this one's going to be quick. Yeah, but starting next week, I got some stuff going on, so that'll be exciting. So I do have an unboxing. Could it still be an unboxing if they're envelopes? Sure it can. So we'll do those. Yeah, we'll start with those. Why not? It's kind of a loose thing. So this first one, Lego Stars, and this has to do with what I'm doing later. I sat down with Greg Chilton earlier this week. He took a break for a little bit, for a few months, and just kind of, he had some shit going on. He had to work through that and whatnot, but he's on the mend and he's on the way back. And he's starting to do podcasts again, which is very, very cool. So he stopped by my place and he had this little, cool little mobile, mixer little guy thing, recorder, which is very cool. And we sat and talked for a while. And we talked about this very thing, this new venture, which I have mentioned a few times, that I'm embarking on, partnering up with Natalie Quirk and Midwest Metal Promotions to start doing interviews, band interviews, which is very, very cool. And the first one will be next Tuesday. That'll focus. Had it for a second. Anyway, it's Plague of Stars. Is who I'm interviewing, which will be fun, because I know Will, I know Aaron, I kind of know Frodo a little bit. So that should be fun. That should be a good time and a good first interview. Kind of going into this new thing. So that on Tuesday. On Friday, I'm heading down to Club Underground. And I was going to interview Blood War as well at this particular show, but apparently, unfortunately, they won't be able to make it. They've had some personnel issues. But I'm going down there to interview these guys. Anger Incarnate. Other way. There we go. So I'm going to talk to those guys. I noticed Hill of Crosses is playing as well. And Outlaw Sync did a show with them last week, so maybe I could sneak in an interview with them as well. That'd be cool. So yeah, that's what I have going on this week. I think that's all this week. Yeah. And then the weekend after that is going to be kind of crazy. So, so I got my ticket for Madam Mayhem. And whenever those interviews come up, they'll come out. The other envelope I have is from our good buddies at Twin Town Tyrant Records. And of course, had to get a Glutton for Punishment patch to put on my jacket or vest or whatever I decide to put these on. I will just, again, add it to the box of stuff I have that eventually I'll put on stuff. One of these days we'll do that. Yeah, that is literally all I got. Literally all I got. It's kind of sad. That's not all I got. The other thing I wanted to mention, and I'm going to tag Greg in this, is that we were talking about these guys, an old Minneapolis band called Tribe of Millions, and this is the EP cassette that they released, which I still have, and I have the live CD they released. And we were reminiscing because Greg knew these guys. I mean, he knew them and hung out with them, and the stories that he tells about that are pretty freaking impressive. If you're a fan of that kind of thing. So yeah, that, got that, did that, and that. Yeah, it feels weird not having footage, but you know, we do what we do. So, what else? Oh, and the other thing, and so Amazon Prime, I know a shitload of people that do the Amazon Prime thing. I finally just a couple days ago broke down and got the 30-day trial membership. And going back to my conversation with Greg, he was talking about a George Clinton / P-Funk documentary that was on Amazon Prime. Now I'd seen another one called One Nation Under a Groove. If you can find it on YouTube. I would suggest checking that out. That's a good documentary. The one I watched, which is I believe it's like Tear the Roof Off, I believe is the title of it. This one goes more in depth on the actual pseudo-political, like, money side of things and how badly George Clinton actually screwed everybody over, which is kind of sad and depressing. But it's still a really good documentary. So check that out. I'm also about halfway through the Grateful Dead docu-series that they have on there. Long Strange Trip, I believe, is the title of it. And that's actually really, really good too. I'll probably finish that off this weekend. So I'd recommend both those. And the other thing I'm looking forward to on Amazon Prime, why is that doing that? Is the Grand Tour. For those of you who don't know, the Grand Tour is okay. So there's a motoring show, as they call them, over in England, called Top Gear. It's been around for a while. The latest incarnation, with the three hosts of Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and May. Oh my God, what's May's first name? James May. There you go. No, I get it. A few years ago, there was a little bit of weird goings-on at the BBC with that show, and Jeremy Clarkson got fired, and the other two decided to quit in protest, and so they went over to Amazon and got together this new show called Grand Tour, and they're on season 3, I believe. So yeah, I'll have to check some of that out and see if it's comparable to Top Gear. And I'm not a car person. I don't have a license. I don't drive. I have really no interest in cars. I really don't care. But it's the interaction between the three hosts and the chemistry that they have that makes me want to watch them, even if they're describing a car and I really don't care. But it's good stuff. If you ever Top Gear might be on. Oh, pardon me. Might be on either Hulu or Netflix. I'm not sure. If you can catch some of that, I would say definitely, just because it's a good time. And so yeah, I think that's about it. Upcoming shows. The only thing I'm doing playing wise this month is the 26th. At the Red Sea. With Strike 13, and that'll be us, Kama Sutra, Full On Mutiny, and the one other band that I can never remember. Let me just look her up real quick. No, not stage. Calendar. I know, this is so much fun. Look at me look up shit on my phone. Oh, and the other two bands for the show on Friday that I'm going to. So you have Anger Incarnate, you have Hill of Crosses, you have Beergram Pictogram, and you have the Rising Plague. So that should be a good one. What am I doing? 26. So it's Karma Sutra, All Out Mutiny, Sense of Purpose, and Strike 13. That's at the Red Sea. $5 to get in. Starts at 8:30. So check that out. I believe that's the only show I have in October. So yeah. That's it. Talk to you guys later. Be cool. Don't be a dick.